Now we review The Black Demon. The Black Demon sounds like racist, satanic, dirty movies. Yes, the Black Demon is my, rooster, and he's possessed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Richard. This is Random Street Theater. I'm reviewing The Black Demon. I know this came out a while ago and everyone's forgotten about it, including me. I was like, wait a minute, I watched that movie. Did I make my review? No, I didn't. Okay, well. So let's do that. For every 1,000 subscribers, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean then pulls upon the trash out of the ocean every time I do that. So if you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you're doing your part for a better world. Now, The Black Demon. Alright. This is an exploitation film designed to capitalize on the shark movie, most specifically The Meg. This is a mockbuster, essentially, of The Meg, coming out in close proximity to The Meg 2, which I also need to review, because I've seen. Only this one is essentially a giant turd. A turd so large that it was only able to be turded out because it was covered in oil. See, what happens is there is this dingus, and he has got to be the biggest, dumbest dingus who has ever lived, because he is going out to inspect an oil rig with his family, his wife and 2 young children, in rural Mexico. Okay, Mexico, in the current climate, there are places that are not good to be. You know, there's been a lot of violence in Mexico. I happen to know this personally because I regularly make donations to feed orphans in Mexico, and they had to move the orphanage to a more populated area because the drug dealers did bad things. I don't want to down you guys, but you know, let's just say that if you're on vacation and you're a gringo like me, going to Mexico right now would be a dumb idea, because you might just get kidnapped and ransomed. And you know what? Taking your family to a rural town in Mexico where the only industry is an oil rig that you know is poisoning the ocean is not a good idea. Now, the premise here is essentially 2 movies. You have one movie where there is a monster shark terrorizing an oil rig, and you have another movie where there is apparently some sort of an evil spirit destroying the town and making all the people there into not nice with children sort of people. Okay? This movie does not show Mexicans in a good light. Does not show white people in a good light either, but I mean, really, if I were a Mexican watching this movie, I would be offended. I don't know if that is like, you know, what we call Mexicans here, like Americans of Latino ancestry. I'm just saying that if I lived in Mexico and I saw these people doing what they were doing, I would be offended. I am offended for the Mexican culture because of this. This movie is that bad. And then, like, the white guy is just so stupid. It's like, why would you bring your family here? Why would you bring your children here? Why, if you saw this place and you thought your family was in danger, I don't care how much money you could possibly have or they could be paying you. You'd be like, okay, honey, you know what? I will take an Uber home, get the F out of here, take the children someplace safe. Go to Cancun. It's safer there. There's still drug dealers and gangs and all that, but it's safer there. All right, so then we have somehow the entire family get onto the oil rig. And they're on the oil rig and they're being menaced by the shark. And the shark is swimming around and there's like 2 oil workers left. And this is part of the implausibility of this movie because oil rigs are giant. Okay? And yeah, they're not the safest things in the world. They cut corners on safety so that they can make more money. That is how oil companies work. That is how every company works. It is disgusting, it is despicable, and it is so ridiculous in this movie that it's like, look, this rig could not have stood up for 5 days, let alone for these how many years it's been from inspection. The shark should just swim by that thing really fast, and it should fall into the water. It's such a piece of crap. Then you got that part going on. Then it's like, oil rigs tend to have things like working radios and helipads, and they're worth billions of dollars. So if this were really going on in an oil rig, they would satellite phone the company would send a helicopter, get the people out of there, send somebody to kill the shark, and that would be it. Of course, it being a megalodon, they would probably send a science team to go study the shark, and it also being a megalodon, just by the way, we don't know enough about megalodons from what I understand to know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they're like white sharks. White sharks have to keep moving in order to breathe, okay? The way they breathe is they ram water through their mouth and out their gills. If you're doing that in oily water, the oil gets into the gills and kills the shark. So the black in this black demon, it being covered in oil, would have killed it. Except for it's sort of supernatural. Yeah. Look, the point I'm saying is, the black demon is not worth your time. In fact, instead of saying this is fans of the genre only, I would say this is a 5-beer movie. You need 5 beers before you start watching this movie to think it's alright. Almost everyone hated this movie, myself included, and you know what? I'm surprised I got through it. I love cheesy shark movies. I've even seen worse cheesy shark movies on this channel. But you know what? You guys just weren't even trying. I mean, it was like, the Meg's coming out. Find something with a shark. Yeah. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Not that you're going to watch. Not that anyone's actually watching this because, no one cared about that movie. I'm Richard. Bro, it would be totally gnarly if you would comment, like, and subscribe. Then we could totally catch some sick waves together. I'm Danger Ducky.